This will be the last video I'll make until my break for a few days. And don't worry, that doesn't mean I'll be gone forever. These are like 21 fan-made new title cards I made based on the new Scooby-Doo movies. So I call this one the 21 fan-made title cards of the new Scooby-Doo movies. The Mighty Return. If you've seen my community posts I made recently, or any of my YouTube shorts, you probably know about these fan-made title cards I made. We got Single Sing, guest starring Sabrina Carpenter. Wicked Cool for You, guest starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I hope I said her name right again. Pesky page. We got The Art of Spooks, guest starring Kate Micucci, one of the current voices of Velma. Hong Kong Spooky, guest starring Hong Kong Phooey. The Star Ghouls of Doom, guest starring John Boyega. I hope I said his name right. We got Scooby's Samurai Danger, guest starring Samurai Jack. And man, what a name for a title card. We got Fear the Ford, guest starring Harrison Ford, which is technically the only Indiana Jones Scooby-Doo crossover we would get. We got Prehistoric Mystery, guest starring Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. The Monster Moose, guest starring Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yes, this is still the first time I drew anything related to Rocky and Bullwinkle, as you see here on screen. And I think I got their likeness now. I think I got their likeness down correctly. Cut away to something creepy. Guest starring Seth MacFarlane. You know, the guy who's the creator of Family Guy, The Cleveland Show, and American Dad, as well as being the various voices of some of the characters from those shows. Gotham Ghouls, guest starring Batman. And yeah, I know there's too many Batman and Scooby-Doo crossovers. And look, Shaggy's shirt is somewhat identical to the one he wore in Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. The Starlight Spook Zone, guest starring Gem and the Holograms. You know, I need to count how many of these Scooby-Doo, Gem and the Holograms title cards I've made. Probably too many. That's probably too many I made. But this one's also my favorite title card. Fearless Ford, guest starring Will Forte. You know, the guy who voiced Shaggy in the movie Scoob, as well as doing voiceover work for other animated cartoons. The Missing Conroy Case, guest starring Frankenstein Jr. The Impossible, guest starring The Impossibles, Fluid Man, Coil Man, and Multi-Man. Yes, this isn't the first time Mystery Inc. would team up with Frankenstein Jr. and The Impossibles, or at least one of them. The Last Six. Runaway Ghosts, guest starring Goober and the Ghost Chasers. The Mysteries of the Universe, guest starring He-Man. And just like with the Rocky and Bullwinkle drawing, this is also the first time I drew anything related to He-Man. And it kind of makes sense considering how he has a new movie coming out in a few months from now. No idea if I already brought this up before or not. And just the name alone, The Mysteries of the Universe, is quite an interesting name for a title card. You know, if Scooby-Doo and Guess Who ran a little longer, and He-Man was somehow a guest star. Scooby's Barbaric Week, guest starring Thundar the Barbarian. And this is actually the second Scooby-Doo Thundar the Barbarian title card crossover I made. The first being Thundar Snacks, which I made back in I think 2024 or something. So this is the second one I made. And again, no idea if this idea will work or not. But you know, sometimes you never know what to expect. Okay, now this one is kind of a mouthful. Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Guest starring Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice! Played by Michael Keaton. And man, I sure came out with one tongue twister of a title card. I mean, I dare anyone to say that. I dare anyone to say this 3 times fast. Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Scooby got juiced with the ghost by the most. Scooby got... I almost had it. Scooby got juiced with the ghost... Oh, who am I kidding? It's kind of impossible to try. Scooby got juiced with the ghost... Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Scooby got juiced by the ghost with the most. Scooby got juiced... You know, I better stop. Because I'm already starting to sound annoying. The Moonshine Creep, guest starring Sailor Moon. And this is also the first time I drew Sailor Moon. And funny enough, I honestly thought moonshine meant the light from the moon. You know, like moonbeams. But I guessing it's some kind of alcohol beverage, which in a nutshell I didn't even know. Silly me. And lastly, and this is something I made, a rabbit full of tricks, guest starring, well, obviously Bugs Bunny. These are all the Fanmade Title Cards based on the new Scooby-Doo movies I made. I hope you guys enjoy these.